Hey guys, this is me, Michael, and today we are playing Resident Evil for the GameCube, which is a amazing remake. I have to say it's better than the first one, and since I recorded the first one, you can compare. How about that? Like, you can do a little research. Oh, the internet is so amazing where you can do such cool things. So, this is another reason why I wanted the GameCube. It was kind of weird news at the time. Like, when the GameCube came out, and I guess Capcom maybe got frustrated with the PlayStation 2 when they made Code Veronica X for the PlayStation at the time, so they kind of made a deal with Nintendo, or Nintendo made a deal with them. I don't know who waved what money in each other's face. I guess Nintendo did, because they were trying to market the GameCube as more of a mature console. But
Resident Evil
it doesn't sound as good as the first one, but everything else is better. And they ask you these weird Metal Gear Solid like questions, like Metal Gear Solid 3, I believe. They're like, which game do you like the most? Let's see, we have a choice, because this determines the difficulty of the game. So we have mountain climbing. Beyond the hardships lies accomplishment. And then we have hiking. The destination can be reached rather comfortably. Well, since I'm making a video and I'm not the kid from the Wizard, I'm going to go with hiking. That sounds like the easier way to go. But anyway, Nintendo had an exclusive. I always play as Jill. Jill's just usually better. I haven't played this in a long time. I can't remember if she's actually easier to play, but since I beat the game with her in the first one, I'll do it in the second one. Well, remake it. The second one be Resident Evil 2, and doesn't look nearly as pretty. So we'll do that. But anyway, Nintendo had an exclusive deal where they got Resident Evil Remake, Resident Evil 0, and Resident Evil 4, and then they started making for PlayStation 2 again with Resident Evil 4 again.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone.
So this doesn't have any of the real life actors or anything. This is all rendered, which is cool, but I don't know. There is some charm, I would have to say, about the real life actors.
Cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims.
The little cutscenes of the CGI really don't convey emotion like those cheesy actors do, but the actual in-game stuff looks way better than what was on the PlayStation, as you can see.
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
As you can see, like, the house looks way better. It's way, in my opinion, it looks way creepier.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
The acting isn't top-notch,
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
but it's obviously better.
Jill, no.
You don't want to go back out there.
There's monsters
But
out
we've got to
there.
find-
Oh,
What was that?
huh?
Chris?
No.
One downside I'd have to say about this game is
I'm going with her.
using the analog stick for this type of game blows, and using this Game Boy size directional pad
You two go.
kind of blows
Let's go to this
too.
area.
But I do have to
Stay
say,
sharp.
I prefer the directional pad over the analog stick. If you have an option to use a bigger directional pad, I don't know what you can use. I don't know if the Wii controllers on there work, or like you can get like an off-brand one, but I would suggest it if that's one of your options. I haven't really looked much into it. I've always just used the regular GameCube controller. Yeah, I'm actually trying the analog and digital.
I think you'd better take a look at this.
Oh, I will.
What is it?
And a cool thing about this remake is most of the items are in different places. The puzzles are different, unless it's like a really famous puzzle, or they have some sort of twist on them.
I'll be examining
And like
this.
the mansion and the areas are bigger. And another thing that's cool is a lot of stuff they originally planned in the first game got put in this game. Another thing that makes this game difficult, which I don't know if you'll see in this video, because you don't, unless you want like a walkthrough or playthrough, but that's something you gotta message me about. Remember that interactivity thing I was talking about. But Yeah, if you don't light a zombie on fire, they come back as these crimson heads that actually run really fast, and you gotta shoot them more. And if they bite you, they'll basically put you in the danger zone. And if you run out of a room, they actually can follow you, kind of like how Nemesis does in Resident Evil 3. This one's a little bit more graphic. Yeah, it's a lot more. Like the other one, even if it was graphic, the since they weren't using the real actors, and CG at the time wasn't at its greatest either. It's kind of in the middle, like when this game came out, but it would have looked horrible. It would have looked like blood splashing on a Virtual Fighter 1 model.
Let me take care of it.
You do that, because my ammo is precious. It's very important to me. As you can see, there's a lot of different little angles for
I found Kenneth killed by this
for
thing.
like
Let's
a
report this to
pre-rendered
Wesker.
game. It was actually one of the few GameCube games that came on 2 discs. Out of the whole GameCube library, I believe there's only 25 games that came on 2 discs. They tried to minimize piracy by coming out with those little discs. On the downside, a lot of times, like games that were on 1 disc on like a regular DVD would come out on 2 discs on GameCube, because they only had like maybe like half of the space. I guess it's kind of like now, like a lot of PlayStation 3 games are on 1 disc, while like a Xbox 360 game can be on several. A big offender of that is like Rage, which I think is 3 discs on the Xbox 360 and only 1 disc on the PS3.
Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea.
Let's not. Let's see what I normally. Excuse me, I'm having a brain fart. Let's see what when I'm playing the first Resident Evil, like on PlayStation 1, what I normally do. I'll work on this, where I just basically run through the whole thing. There's a lot more doors. In this crazy mansion, as you can see, there's little subtle things like reflections on the floor. There's actual literal animation on the candles and stuff like that. Like if you played the other PlayStation 1 Resident Evil, all that stuff would be static. So they try to liven it up a bit. I guess I still gotta look somewhere. I gotta go up the stairs too. Yeah, I gotta go up the stairs. Son of a bitch. Going up the stairs, looking at stuff to the left, to the right. I guess I'm watching Adventure Show, or the regular show, way too much, with Mordecai and Rigby. I don't know if you saw that. It's a show on Cartoon Network. That's has like a raccoon and a blue jay, and every time they do stuff, they gotta make a song. Ironically, they play a lot of video games too.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
What?
There's not much we can do.
Conspiracy?
We can search
Question
for the
mark?
second
Huh?
I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then I'll try the door on the other side.
I'll go in the same place while you actually venture out into danger. Sounds like a
Easily
plan.
lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh, I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Shouldn't all of this stuff like really have been discussed before they even got on this thing?
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
Let's see, man, if it's still. I gotta figure out what button does what on this damn thing. Here we go. So, a little revamped menu system, as you can see. One thing I like about this that they don't do in all Resident Evils that they did in the first one, like I talked about in earlier videos, is being able to do this. And I know this isn't really important to a lot of people, but to me, being able to examine your items and look at them up close and see how they work and see how they're made and stuff like that, to me, makes the universe more immersive, in my opinion. Survival knife. Like, if I made this game and you just push examine, I just put made for survival. But, you know, that'd be the obvious thing. I guess that's why I'm not making games and I'm playing them. Often wonder what a game that I make would be like. So that's a nice little survival knife. And here's a Swiss Army lockpick. Examine. Oh, I didn't zoom in. What? I'm gonna get away from that. So the textures are really nice on this game. But I would expect that kind of stuff, anything polygonal in this game, to look really nice since everything's kind of pre-rendered. And this kind of uses that cool effect like, what the hell is that series called? Is it the Fear Effect series? That anime-looking game? Or whatever. But anyway, there was a game on PlayStation, I think it was called Fear Effect. And then it had like a second one, and it had that same thing. It didn't look as good as this because obviously this uses like DVD technology, but yeah, they kind of did the pre-render thing with actual video, which is cool. So they kind of kept a look at this because this is like one of those like iconic like rooms that you would remember if you played Resident Evil. That door in the first Resident Evil was always unlocked, so that's one of the examples of how it's different. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Sorry, I've just felt like the sound in the game wasn't good enough. Usually there's a zombie here in the first one. I literally have not played this game in a long time, so yeah. So here is an example of one of your defensive weapons. So if a zombie comes, as this explains, which I will go by fast, you can press the L button if he's about to bite you, and you'll stab him in the head, and you won't get bit. Now, where could he have possibly even come from? But hey, let's for the suspense. I'll try to use an example. See, there you go. Defensive weapon. Learning is fun. If you don't want to deal with it and you don't have the fire thingy, like my best suggestion. That wasn't quick enough. Oh, is that polygon clipping I sense? Where'd he come from? Oh, what? What do you mean you got through the game? This is the worst mistake you can make if you don't have fire. Like, I suggest you not kill the zombies in this game, because they'll come back as crimson heads and scare the shit out of you and probably kill you. So, word to the wise, just don't do it. But that was a little suspenseful for the video, made it a little bit better. But yeah, I just wanted to, hold on, let me show you one more part if I can get to it, if it's unlocked. Show you some. I just wanted to show you an example of one of the backgrounds that move or something. Maybe I won't. I don't know. It depends on what's unlocked. I don't think it's this door. I don't think that door was even in the first game. Nah, this goes outside. So if you look closely, the grass and stuff like that's moving. That looks really cool. I'm not sure if it's video or is it just clips of animation, but as you can see, the backgrounds aren't static. Maybe if I get close to it, you can see what I mean. Like right around this area, you can see the grass moving and junk. And the fog, that looks super good. Again, like these games, if you have at least progressive scan, they look a lot better. I'm not recording progressive scan, unfortunately, because I don't have the means to do so. Maybe in the future I'll do it if once I get the means, maybe do a playthrough. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the difference since I did a video of the first Resident Evil. Just show you the difference of the remake. Again, this is one of the best games on GameCube in my opinion. If you come across it, definitely play it. If you had a choice between Resident Evil and this one, the Resident Evil remake, or Resident Evil 0 on GameCube, I'd definitely pick up this one first, for I think this is the better game. Resident Evil is a prequel of this, where you play as Rebecca Chambers, but they have this weird character switching thing that I don't personally care for. I think this game's superior, but they're both good games, and I'd definitely check them out if you had it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, like the video, leave a comment, negative or positive. And if you have subscribed, thank you for all the support and sticking with my channel. And please like the video and leave a comment, negative or positive, and I will reply to negative or positive, because I just like the feedback, community aspect, and all that stuff. It's really cool. I see a lot of it on other people's pages, and I'm like, man, it'd be cool if I had that. Not that I'm hinting or anything, but yeah. And on my channel description, and if you're on my Facebook or anything like that too, like, leave a comment or message me. I have a list in my channel description of consoles, and if there's a game that you want me to play on any of those consoles, list it. Send me a message or a comment on Facebook, or message on Facebook, or message on YouTube, whatever. I probably said the same thing twice already in the same like run-on sentence that I'm trying to force out. But yeah, just send me a message or a comment of the game you want me to play if it's on any of those consoles, and I will make a video of it, and that'll be awesome, and everybody will be happy and all that stuff, and rainbows will start appearing, and you'll get good luck with scratch off tickets. I can't really guarantee the rainbows and scratch off tickets part, but anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Bye.